Okay, let's talk about something that feels, well, impossible. How can a company like Google, whose main product is totally free, make billions of dollars? I mean, really, think about that. It's not just a trick question. It's pretty much the secret code to how a huge chunk of the modern internet actually runs.
I mean, you do it, I do it, we all do it. Every single day, billions of us are on Google search. We're typing in our questions, our random thoughts, what we need to buy, and what do we pay? Zilch, not a single cent. But then, you look at the other side of the coin. Google's parent company, Alphabet, is this absolute financial monster. We're talking revenues bigger than the economies of entire countries. So you've got this completely free product on one hand, and then these mind-boggling profits on the other. It just doesn't seem to add up.
So, how does that make any sense? How can something be totally free for us but also insanely profitable for them? It really feels like a paradox, right?
Okay, so the first thing everyone says is, oh, it's ads. And yeah, of course, ads are a part of it. But just saying ads is like describing an iceberg by only talking about the tip. It's just not the whole story. The real genius behind it all is a concept called a multi-sided platform.
So, let's break that down. What exactly is a platform? And why is it so different from, say, a company that just builds and sells cars?
A normal business, they make a widget and they sell it to you. Simple. A platform, it does something totally different. It doesn't really sell a single thing. Instead, it builds an environment, like a digital town square, where different groups can find each other. And the key is, these groups need each other.
And this is the perfect way to picture it for Google. You've got two main groups. On one side, that's us, the internet users. On the other side, you have the advertisers. Google's real job isn't just to be a search engine. It's to be the ultimate party planner, making sure both of these groups show up at the same time. Because think about it, if we, the users, don't show up, the advertisers have nobody to talk to. And if the advertisers don't show up, well, Google doesn't make any money.
But being a matchmaker, especially when you're just starting out, leads to a huge problem. You've probably heard of it, the classic chicken and egg problem.
Yeah, just walk through it in your head. Why would you use a brand new search engine if it doesn't have good stuff to find? But on the flip side, why would any advertiser or content creator waste their time on it if there are no users? It's a total catch-22. One side won't come without the other, so where do you even begin?
Well, here's the secret. The most successful platforms, they cheat. They don't try to solve both problems at once. They pick one side and focus on it obsessively. And that's exactly what Google did. Their mission was simple: build the absolute best search engine on the planet. That's it. No ads, no funny business, just speed and relevance for the user. They completely ignored making money at first. Then, once they had millions and millions of us using it every day, once they hit that tipping point, that critical scale, that's when they finally invited the advertisers to the party.
And this brings us right to the money, the actual engine of this whole thing. It all comes down to a very smart decision: who pays for the party and who gets to come for free.
See, on a platform like this, not all customers are created equal. One side basically gets a free ride. That's us, the users. The service is free because, let's be honest, we're picky. If Google started charging even $1, a lot of us would look for alternatives. Our eyeballs, our attention, we are the product, in a way. And then you have the other side, the advertisers. They're the ones who pay. And what are they paying for? They're paying for access to us. They're paying to get in front of the huge audience that Google has brought together.
So, making search free, it's not Google being nice. It's a brilliant, cold-blooded business strategy. When you make something free, you remove all the friction. That means you get the maximum number of people using it. And why is that so important? Because every time you or I make a search, we're creating data. And that data is the fuel that makes the whole machine run better.
Okay, so we know advertisers are paying, but what are they really buying? It's way more valuable than just getting their ad in front of a bunch of people. It's about tapping into something incredibly powerful: our intent.
Think about a search like this. It's just 3 little words, but in those 3 words, there is a ton of economic power.
Whoever types this isn't just killing time. They've basically just raised their hand in a crowd of billions and shouted, "Hey, I want to buy something right now." This isn't like seeing a random billboard on the highway. This is what you call high-intent demand. It's someone ready to pull out their wallet.
And for that, oh yeah, advertisers will pay top dollar. Google gives them this magical combination: access to a massive audience at the exact moment they decide they want to buy something, plus the ability to show them the perfect ad for that exact need. It's
It's pretty much the holy grail of advertising.
Now, this is where it all goes into overdrive. This isn't just a simple transaction. It's a system that feeds itself, getting bigger and smarter every single second. People call this the data flywheel. It's this powerful loop that just keeps reinforcing itself. So more users mean more searches. More searches mean more data. More data makes the search results and the ad targeting way better. And what happens when you have better results? You get even more users. And the wheel just spins faster and faster, getting stronger with every rotation.
But, and this is a big but, this incredible machine is not invincible. It's actually walking a tightrope. There's a delicate balance here, with some serious risks baked right into the system. The whole thing is this constant juggling act. On one side, they have to keep us, the users, happy. We show up because we expect fast, good, reliable answers. If the page gets filled with junk ads or the results suck, we lose trust and we leave. But on the other side, they have to make money, and the money comes from the ads. So there's this constant tug of war between keeping us happy and keeping the advertisers happy.
I love this analogy. Think of Google as a giant highway. It's totally free for us, the drivers, to use. The advertisers, they're the ones paying to put up billboards on the side of that highway. But what happens if the billboards get so big they start blocking the road? Or if they cause traffic jams? Well, we're going to get annoyed and find another route. It's that simple. And that really is the key takeaway. For a company as huge as Google, the biggest threat isn't really another search engine popping up. It's the risk of them messing up this balance themselves. If they get too greedy, prioritize profits over the user experience, and break our trust, that whole powerful flywheel we talked about could just grind to a halt.
And once you see this model, you'll see it everywhere. On social media, in the apps you use, the games you play. It's the engine of the free internet. So the next time you're using one of these free products, just take a second and ask yourself, if I'm not paying for this, who is? And what are they buying? Because when you can answer that, you start to understand the real strategy behind our entire digital world.